same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, just the 7 C's.
Good morning, babies. Good morning. It's your favorite coach. Welcome to Motivate My Morning with your favorite coach, Sherri Hill. I'm so excited to be here with my favorite morning team. Come on in this morning, get your coffee, and let's get into it this morning. We're going to talk about something this morning called difficult people. How to deal with difficult people. We all got difficult people in our life. I don't care who you are. Okay, so this morning we're going to come in here and just talk about what you do when you encounter difficult people. What is a difficult person? If difficult people fall into many categories, many categories. You could have control freaks. You have control freaks around you. People who have to be in control. If they're not in control, they mad and they get out of control because they can't control you. So we have control freaks. We'll come back to all these people individually in a few minutes, but let's just name the people that we need to be looking out for. How about energy vampires? People who come around and want to steal your energy. All they want to talk about is negative stuff. They want to gossip about people. They want to harp on all the bad things going on in your life and their life. Misery loves company. So we want to make sure that we stay away from energy vampires. How about just straight up toxic people? Okay, just people who are just toxic as hell. Every time they come around, they either complaining, they fighting with somebody, they done lost something, somebody's trying to get rid of them. Just toxic, okay? Then what about those haters in your life? The people who don't like to support you, the people that like to put you down and make you feel like the things that you got going on ain't good. How do you deal with all of these damn different ass personalities that we dealing with? It's days, y'all, where I get up and get dressed and I say, you know what, I'm not leaving my damn house today because it is way too people-y out there for me. I can't handle people on some days because, baby, people come with a lot, okay? People come with a lot, and then you have to mix your own shit in with everybody else's shit, all right? So today, I want to talk to us about some ways that we can learn how to deal with difficult people. I only got one way to deal with them. And it's called don't. Okay, it's called don't. Don't deal with them. Okay, at the end of the day, you need to let people's shit stay exactly where it is, and that's with them. Okay, you don't have to take on other people's baggage. You don't have to take on other people's toxicity, other people's lessons, other people's blessings. It is not for you to do. What we have to do is learn how to stay in our own damn lane and maintain what we got going on, because it's enough work in that lane rather than us going out there trying to figure out how to drive in Jane's lane, how to navigate around Frank's lane. No, we have to learn how to navigate around our own lane. So I come up with ways myself on how to deal with toxicity. Okay, and like I said, most cases I just don't. At the end of the day, I speak what I have to say and I keep it moving. You either like it or you don't. And if you don't, I'm sorry. Okay, but not really though. I'm really not sorry, because at the end of the day, your energy must be protected. We talk about this all the time about how we must protect our environment, protect our energy. My house is my humble abode. It is the place where no toxicity can reside, no negative energy. I make sure that my house stays with positive energy. People walk into my house and go, man, it feels so good in here. It's so zen. It's just relaxed and it's calm. And I work hard to keep it that way, y'all, because when we walk outside that door, we are no longer in control. And we have to start dealing with all of these different people that I'm talking about, the control freaks, the maniacs. I mean, we just got a lot going on in the world that we live in today. So my thing is just learning how to deal with the stuff. You know, have you ever gone to the grocery store and it seems as though the clerk that's ringing up your groceries has had the worst day of her life and she's taking out every bit of it on you? How do you react to that? I'm going to tell you, when we are in our own stuff, when we packing around our own traumas to the point where it's affecting our mental growth and our mental health, when you run into somebody who's traumatic like that, that's called a train collide. Okay, y'all going to collide. Both of them negative energies is getting ready to come together, and somebody going to be ready to cut a bitch, okay, before it's all over. So what I'm saying this morning is make sure that you're in control with of your own energy, because no one else's is important. It's not your job to maintain how somebody else is feeling. It's not your job to worry about how somebody else is feeling. Your job is to maintain your own energy, maintain your own peace of mind. And however and whatever that takes I'm recommending that today. You figure out what's best in your life without it being toxic, without it being, creating more of a toxic environment. How do you handle toxic people? Do you agree to disagree? Or do you feel the need yourself to try to control the situation and be right? I have this thing here where I said, I choose to be happy. You can have the right. Okay? Because being right doesn't make me happy. Okay, so I choose to be happy and you can have the right. I don't care about being right or wrong anymore. If it's what I feel, there is no right or wrong. It's my opinion and I have to choose the path in which my life is going to go in. And I won't allow anyone else's opinions to come in and try to tarnish what I've set up for myself. So that's how the thing is that sometimes with difficult people, a lot of people like to argue. That's how they control. They got to be right. They have the need to be right. They just got to be right. They got to argue you down to that last damn word. And you know people like that. Let them have it, boo. Let them have it. Choose happiness over being right, okay? That's you got your narcissistic people who will do things to you and then claim the victim role, okay? Oh, now you're the bad person after they done gaslighted your ass. Ain't no telling what all they've done to you. But now you're the victim because you didn't respond or react in the way that they needed you to feed into their traumas. And so now you're the problem. Become the problem. It's okay being the problem. If they're the only ones who think you're the problem, how is that a problem for you? It is not. So again, these are ways to deal with our toxic friends, our toxic family members, our toxic coworkers, people who we can't. If you got toxic friends, my advice is just, hey, if you love them from a distance, okay? If you can move away from them, though, move away. When it comes to family, some family members we have to deal with, and it ain't no way around that, okay? So you just got to figure out how to deal with the toxic family reunions, okay? Co-workers, you ain't got to deal with them. You have to work with their asses 8 hours a day. You don't have to conversate with them unless it's a part of your job. And if it is, you keep that conversation down to work and nothing more and nothing less, okay? We have to learn how to be in control of our energy. We got to stop letting outside influences manipulate how we respond and how we react to things. And so it's important to check everybody around you and say, what am I doing around here? Who is this person in my life? Who is this person in my life? Are they uplifting me and helping me win, or are they weighing me down and keeping me stuck? Okay, because toxic energy, y'all, is strong. Okay, it is very, very strong. You ever walked into a room and just looked at somebody, or somebody walks into a room and all of a sudden it's like they just suck the energy out of the air with their negative energy? Or it could be vice versa, and you see somebody walk into the room and light it up like a beautiful rainbow. Just something about their energy just makes everybody in the room feel happy. That's the kind of people you want to keep yourself around. Not that all of us are going to be walking around here some, unicorn of happiness every day. We all have our days, but you want to be surrounded by people whose most days are bright. Okay, if you got people around you and all they do is complain and talk about what's wrong with the world, what's wrong with the church, what's wrong with this, what's wrong with that, the prices and the gas and the government, those are the type of people who are miserable. And misery loves company, y'all. Misery loves company, and they will drag your ass straight to misery lane right with them. So you must be extremely protective and pay attention to the people around you, okay? Pay attention to the relationships that you have with these people. And again, decide how you can maintain the relationship, but also maintain your power, maintain your self-respect, maintain your own individuality so that you don't become a version of you that other people think that you are. Okay, that's important for us to do because we can get caught up in the version of us that other people think we should be. Oh, I don't think you should do this. I think you should do that. And if we have those insecurities, which we all do, that creep up on us sometimes, we have a tendency to listen to the people who have no good intentions for us whatsoever. So again, pay attention to that energies, babies. Pay attention to what these people are bringing around you. And some days, tell yourself it's too peoply for me. I don't feel like dealing with people today. Because sometimes we all need a mental break, y'all. Sometimes it just gets to be too much and we need a time out. We need that mental break where we can go spend time with our ancestors and God, whoever you pray to for the higher power. We all have one. You need to go spend some time to get your cup filled back up, because being around people can drain you dry as a damn bone. So we have to find those ways to fill ourselves back up. And sometimes that's called going into isolation and just getting renewed with the Holy Spirit. Just sitting there and meditating and praying all day. I tell you, one of the greatest things that I found to renew my spirit and get me back up again is concentrating on my gratitude. The things in my life that I can be excited about. The things in my life that I'm grateful for. Despite the things that could be falling apart, I'm still happy that there's things in my life that I can be grateful for no matter what's going on. Now, so we have people out here, y'all. There are some people who wake up every day who pray that you have a bad day. There are even people out there that pray that you don't make it through the day. But none of those people have any power over you unless you give away the power to your mind. The key to your mind is where all of that negativity can reside and come in and destroy all the good things that you have going on. Pay no attention to the naysayers. Stop concentrating on it. I get so many phone calls with people calling me talking about, oh, this person is putting black magic on me. This person sold their soul to hurt me. This person wants me dead. Well, guess what? You're helping the person to kill you by constantly feeding it your energy, by constantly discussing it, by constantly putting it in your conversations. Stop talking about it. Don't worry about people who don't like you. Don't worry about none of that, because the more you don't worry, the more you piss them off. The one thing I've learned about people who don't like you is the more silent you are, the more powerful you are. Okay, because people want to get a rise out of you. People want to piss you off. People want to get you into your worst energy so they can say, see, I told you she ain't all that. I told you she ain't all the things that she's trying to be. Again, forget about the naysayers. Okay, I used to tell y'all a long time ago, fuck the co-workers and worry about the person that writes your check. Okay, because the co-workers is after your position. The co-workers are jealous that you being promoted. The co-workers are envious that you are living your best life. So are you going to take the time out to feed into that negative energy? Or are you going to take the time to learn how to leave those people where they are and let them be miserable all by themselves, because they do things to you to get a rise out of you? And the question is, how far are you going to rise? How far are you going to rise on somebody else's fire? I'm your Tease Coach, and you know I like to come here every morning and talk to y'all about the most important things that we go through in life. And this morning, I just thought, what a good time to come and talk about people. Because people don't like to admit when they're wrong, especially us as adults. We find it so easy to play the victim role and place the blame on every damn body else. Meanwhile, we missing the whole point and the whole boat of what we can do to get the hell out of our own way. And so I thought, what a perfect subject to come and talk about today. Because after COVID, a lot of people started to realize and get into their traumas. They start trauma tracing and realizing that, hey, some stuff that I went through in my childhood is still bothering me today. Some stuff that I went through 10 years ago is still affecting me today. Some of us was mature and did the work to fix ourselves, and we healed. Because what you need to understand is that jealous people will hurt you. Okay? Envious people will hurt you because these people feel an inadequacy in themselves, and you remind them of that inadequacy. So don't worry about the jealousy and the hate around you. Don't worry about people not doing the work. Don't worry about nobody else, period. You be around people who work with you. Get around your tribe, the same people who think like you, operate like you. Then when y'all do have a disagreement, it'll be a healthy environment where you both agree to disagree while respecting each other's opinions and still being able to push forward without there being any type of contention between the two of you. So that's what I wanted to come and talk to you guys about, is learning how to deal with the difficult people in our lives. Because guess what? They ain't going nowhere. They are not going anywhere. It's always going to be some pissed off lady in the grocery store. It's always going to be some sister girl twisting her head and telling you about how the ice cream machine is broke at McDonald's, okay? It's always going to be somebody cussing your ass out in the traffic because you didn't use a signal before you got over on them. It's always going to be somebody in the grocery store who said your basket was being pushed too close to them. It's always going to be somebody that you may encounter that may not come to you with the best energy. But you can flip that energy. You can turn the situation around, at least for you, where it doesn't become a negative outcome for you. And that's by not giving a damn, y'all. We give a damn about too much stuff that don't matter to nothing. My grandfather used to have this favorite saying. He used to say, y'all worry about shit that ain't gonna never happen. Okay? Y'all worry about most shit that ain't gonna never happen. You know how much time we take off our lives when we worry? How much time we take off of our days when we spend it worrying, when we could have been growing, when we could have been getting to the bag. Okay? My grandmother's favorite saying was, if you're gonna worry, don't pray. And if you're gonna pray, don't worry. You cannot do both, okay? I say this to y'all all the time. If you come to me and you ask me to borrow $20, and I tell you yes, you don't need to come back and forth and keep asking me for that $20. I already said yes. So why do we do that to God? We ask God for something and we think that we have to remind him when we don't get it. When we don't get it in the time frame that we feel we need it, we think we have to go back and keep reminding God what we asked for. We have to keep telling him and begging him, oh God, please, please, please. He heard us 100 times the first time. Now he wants you to exercise that faith by asking and letting go. Stop trying to be a control freak. Stop trying to make it happen. Stop trying. You don't know what you're doing. God can see and is in control of all. So if it's not in your face right now, know that there is a reason for that. Okay? Again, I'm your Tease Coach. I thought this was a very important subject to come and talk to you about this morning. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview last night with our beautiful Candy Farmer. You guys can look forward to more and more interviews like that every week. The podcast is going national. It's going to be on Spotify, iTunes, iHeart. I'll put that link in the description. So you guys, that show will start May 2nd. It's called the Mental Pain Cafe. Okay, so I want announcements I want to make because I do know that I have a lot of other coaches and readers and people who watch this channel. I started a mental health hotline called the Mental Pain Cafe. It will be a 24-hour hotline where people can come and get the counseling of their choice. If they want to talk to pastors, there will be pastors on the line. If you want to talk to a prophet, a psychic reader, an intuitive reader, a life coach, a therapist, all of these people will be on the Mental Cafe. So when you're going through trouble, when you get around them people that drag you to across and get you out of your, healing and want to drag you back to your past where you was whooping ass, you can call this hotline and maybe we can calm you down, okay? So look forward to lots of beautiful things coming here to the channel and to our community, to my tribe. I love y'all. I'm always going to be doing what I can to improve our environment, to make sure that we can get the best and all we can out of this learning how to heal ourselves and become a better person, because when you heal, I heal, just like that. All right, I love y'all, and it ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Don't forget to check down in the description box if you want to be a guest on the show, if you would like to interview me, have me come to one of your events to speak, whatever. All the information will be in the description box. And I just want to say I love y'all, and it ain't a damn thing you can do about it. I'll see you right back here tomorrow morning for Motivate My Morning with your favorite coach, Sherri Hill. Bye-bye.